I just picked up the Razer Raion Fightpad controller. So on the back of the box here we have a Mecha tactile 8-way D-pad. I'm looking forward to testing it out. There's a touchpad. This controller is made for the PS4, but I'm going to be testing it on PC. Let's see, so we have mechanical switches for the face buttons. Ooh, and it's a 6-button layout, so good for Street Fighter. We also have an audio jack here, it looks like, and then competition mode. What does that mean? To lock buttons and prevent accidental inputs. I wonder how that works. Alright, let's open it up. Alright. Look at this guy, he looks so serious. Now, this is a face I can trust when designing my controllers, right? Ooh, there it is. Let's see. It's a lot lighter than I expected. Yeah, I wonder if there's like rumbles or any motors in here at all, because it's pretty light. Okay, so this is the clicky D-pad. So this is supposed to be... what is it supposed to be? Mechanical switches. Well, they're not clicky at all. Yeah, I guess these are the non-clicky mechanical switches. I actually prefer my buttons to be clicky, and the reason being is I can tell when the button is being pressed, you know. So that's the D-pad position, and then you have the left thumbstick and right thumbstick. Cool. The audio jack, and these are the shoulder button controls. So you can use this on PC or PS4. Yeah, and then there are these grooves or texture on the grip of the controller here. Oh, okay, so these aren't triggers, they're just regular buttons. That's nice, I like that. Yeah, the shoulder buttons are nice and big. So the gap here is not too much. I like that, so that it'll be easier to go back and forth between the two. Let's see what else is in the box. That's it, nothing else in the box. Oh, never mind, here we are. Got a little manual. Ooh, and some Razer stickers. So we got a nice cord here. It looks like it's a pretty good length. I think it should be long enough. Check this out, it comes with a little cover for your USB-A plug. Very nice touch. It just makes it feel like it's a premium product, you know what I mean? So this is a floating D-pad. Here's what it sounds like. And here's what the face button sounds like. The shoulder buttons. What do you guys say we plug this in and take it for a test drive? So it looks like the D-pad's pretty responsive. Okay, let's try to do some Korean backdash. Let's see. I'm not able to do the Korean backdash as quickly as I can with an Xbox or a PlayStation controller. I think the reason is the D-pad here is pretty big, right? So the surface area that you gotta go through is quite large. So yeah, in comparison, let me pull in Xbox Series controller. You see how much bigger this D-pad is versus this D-pad, right? You see here? With this D-pad, I can just do this really quickly, right? But then, with this D-pad, I can't do that, right? Because it's too big. Yeah, I'm having trouble doing it. Let's test the Brett Wong roll. So this is where you have to double tap it really quickly in either directions, up or down, for him to roll. So good controllers or responsive controllers will be able to do it. In terms of double taps, I have no trouble with it whatsoever. It's pretty responsive. Let's test the quarter circle. Okay, it's pretty good. quarter circle motions I don't have any problems with. Let's do half circles. With the half circles, I feel like I miss the down directions sometimes, like that, where it'll register 4, 1, but then it's missing 2, and then it'll register 3 and 6. So you gotta make sure that your finger kind of goes all the way and hit the down button, right? You gotta go like this. So if you do it this way, really quickly like this, you're gonna miss the down. You see that? But if you go like this, on the edges you'll get it, right? Yeah, but if you do that really quickly, and then if you just do it kind of on the inner part of the D-pad, you'll miss the down button. See that? Okay, let's see. What about diagonals? Yeah, I have no trouble with diagonals. In fact, I say the diagonals are pretty good and accurate. Sometimes on the Xbox or the PlayStation controller, when I want to do this move right here, so diagonal up back like this, to back up, Brett 1 would do this instead, right? But on this controller, I have no trouble. So with the face buttons, I feel like they're not clicky enough. I prefer clicky buttons. It's a quiet push, right? So the face buttons on this controller is quite big. They're almost as big as my thumbnail, right? Look at that. So they're really big buttons. So if you have like fat fingers, you'll like these controllers. And I think they're pretty well spaced out too. What I find that could be a problem is you see here, the travel is pretty deep. You see that? So I don't know when the actuation point actually happens because there's no click. I prefer just like being able to tap my buttons quickly, right? But with this, you gotta press it pretty deep. You don't have to press it hard. It's actually a pretty light push. I mean, this is good for keyboards, but I'm not sure about face buttons on controllers. Yeah, the shoulder buttons are clicky and tactile. Why can't the face buttons be clicky and tactile too? God damn it. Yeah, I like the fact that they're large, right, and clicky. But here's the thing that I noticed though, that I wish it was different. You see how there's this edge here, how it's tapered down to the side of the controller here? So you can't really use your knuckles on your fingers to press it, right? Look, because you hit the side of the controller here, right? But this part is raised up over here, so I think it's meant to be pushed with the tip of your finger, right? Like that. But not everybody prefers to play that way. For me, I just want to go like this, right? But then for the shoulder buttons, I just want to quickly be able to press it with my knuckles, right, like this. But with this controller, I'm gonna have to go like this. It's not a big deal, and I'm pretty sure you can get used to it. But yeah, I would prefer the sides here to be a little bit raised, so I'm able to use my knuckles, right? And the controller itself is large. This is a big boy. So if you have large hands, I think you'll find this controller pretty comfortable. And in terms of the D-pad positioning, I think it's pretty well placed. I'm able to reach all directions. See that? Pretty easily. Yeah. I think the placement of the D-pad is pretty good. I also think the angle of the handles here are pretty well done as well. So my wrist is pretty straight, you see that? There's no awkward bending or anything. Same here. With my PS5 controller, you see how there's a bend here? Right? this will hurt your wrist after long periods of time versus this, right? It's a straighter line. It's a little more comfortable, right? Yeah, I'm able to do all of my combos with ease. It's not really any trouble. The only trouble I have is the half circle motions, where it would miss the down button. So, you see that? Yep, half circle is a problem. I can't do half circles. Half circles and full circles are gonna give you a lot of trouble. Look at this. I want to take it off camera to see if it's because of my positioning of the hands here in front of the camera. So I want to put it in a more comfortable position and see. Okay, alright. You're gonna have a lot of trouble doing half circles and full circle motions on this controller. And now I see what the reviews are saying. So if you press it really hard and fast like this, you're gonna miss it. You see that? Right? So the way to get around that, you gotta tap it lightly and really quickly. You see that? But really, in the heat of battle, you're not gonna be able to press the button lightly, right? You're gonna be smashing these buttons like crazy. So, I think if you play a character where there's a lot of half circles or full circle motions, you're gonna have a lot of trouble with this controller. Yeah, this is a very basic throw, and I've done this a million times. But with this controller, it's very difficult for me to pull off. I really love how the diagonals are really responsive, but man, the half circles and the full circles are impossible to pull off. Can't do it. Which is a shame because the rest of the controller is really good. It looks like it's really high quality and well made. But man, I don't know what's going on inside here mechanically where you can't push it really hard. I mean, regular directions works fine. It's just like if you press this really hard, it's gonna miss. Alright, let's give it another go right here. Yep, miss. Okay, let me take it off camera. Oh, I got lucky there. It's not working. Now, before you say I don't know what I'm doing, let me show you how easily it is done with the Xbox controller. See that? 3 in a row. Alright, my initial impressions is this is a very well built, very well made product, but there's a flaw with the D-pad when it comes to half circles and full circle motions. So I don't know what the fix is for that. Maybe it's hardware related. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they can update a firmware for it, but which is a shame because the D-pad feels really nice, right? It's just that the circular motions are just too inconsistent. Actually, you can't even pull them off. But the rest of the package is very well built, very well done. And it's funny because the 6-button layout is really designed for Street Fighter. And Street Fighter has a lot of circular motions, and it doesn't work on this controller. But you know what? I think this controller would be great for Soul Calibur or games that doesn't require a lot of circular motions, right? Because, you know, the directionals and the diagonals work great. Even the double taps are awesome, right? I'm gonna continue to use this for a couple more days to see if I can get used to it, or if there's another way for me to adapt to using the D-pad better. But if I can't, maybe I'm gonna have to return this controller, which is a shame. Because I really do love the look and the feel of this controller. It looks very premium, it feels good. Except the D-pad doesn't work. Alright, if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe for more. Take care.